All right, here we go. Now we're back. T. All right, there we go. I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody. All right, we got the last third of this case, the last 4 boxes. I've got one more sealed case over there, so. And now I don't know where my knife is. Oh, there it is. So I thought I put it in my pocket. Make it a true pocket knife. All right, here we go. You guys picked your teams. You know who you got. Well, let's get it rocking and rolling. We have done a lot of opening in the past 24 hours between the select NASCAR case break and now this. Is a lot of packs. All right, here we go, y'all. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Augustine rookie. I will sleeve and top load the rookies later, guys. Jack Morris. Look out. Scope of Jack Morris to 75 to the Tigers. Or I'm sorry, to the Jays. To the Blue Jays. 73 out of 75 for Jack Morris. And Alex Gordon to the Royals to 20. 12 out of 20. 12 of 20 for Alex Gordon. Dingers of Jackson Churio to the Brew Crew. Dollander rookie. Rhett Lauder Pulsar to 499. Take that. Lauder 25 out of 499. Ben Hess silver to the Yankees. Fireworks of Spencer Jones. Uh, Made. Al Kaline to 299. There's our first auto to the Seattle Mariners coming up. Kaline 299. 100 out of 299. There's the Tigers. I knew they were coming. The intuition. Harry Ford is our first auto to the Seattle Mariners. And Miggy. There you go, Miggy. You got auto number 1. Hagen Smith. Prismatic to the White Sox. Colson, Chipper, and Gil Hodges. Paulie Canerco to the Dodgers. Justin Upton to the Braves out of 149. Justin Upton, 119 out of 149. Take that. Those Upton brothers. Dason Hill. Dingers of Pujols. To the Red Birds and Reichert. I like those Dingers cards. Those look really good. Edgar Cuero, rookie. Matt Horvath to the Rays. There's a stud. To 299, 105 out of 299. There you go, Terry. Mac to the Rays. I like it. Trey Morgan, silver to the Rays. I like it. Spencer Jones, talisman. Marcelo Mayer, rookie. Matt Shaw, rookie. Drew Burgess. Drew Burris. I'll have to look at the post. I don't remember who I said these go. I think the Royals get all NIL and Homestead. Drew Burris to 199. Nice hit. Owen Cassie. Owen Cassie, Red Wave to the Cubbies. Christian Moore, talisman. To the Angels. See if we can't find us a groovy. Ryan Sandberg to the Cubbies. Nice little checkerboard of Ryan. I think these are to 99. Yep, 5 out of 99 for Rhino. There you go, Rusco. Reggie to the A's. And Griffey to the Mariners on the Dingers. Boom, boom. Zebby Matthews, rookie. Pulsar of Kyle DeBarge to the Minnesota Twinkies to 499. 487 out of 499 for DeBarge. And auto number 3 is an Alberto Rios to the Angels and George. Here you go, George. Fireworks of Bazananana. To the Guardians. Ryan Johnson, rookie. Bad Connor Griffin auto out of the first box. We'll take that. Nelly Cruz to the Rangers. Out of 299. 176 out of 299. What's up, Z Rhino? Better tell your apprentice to get off that daggum phone, son. Roman Anthony prismatic to the Red Sox. Kumar Rocker rookie. Oh, only you're allowed to be on the phone. Sheffield to the Yankees. Gots to get to stepping. To 499, Sheffield to the Yanks. And a Ryan Sandberg Red Wave. A silver dingers of Sasaki to 199. Rentaro Sasaki. Pipes ain't piping themselves, huh? You got to have somebody piping the pipes. Nick York, rookie. There's the Skeens. There we go. Skeens to 199. We'll take that all day. 140 out of 199 for Skeens. We will take that for sure. Arjun Namala silver to the Jays. Hagen Smith, Talisman. So, swear. Millionaire pipe layer. There's pipe fittings and there's pipe layers. We'll let you determine which category you fall in. All right, box number 2. It is Alex Gordon. Alex Gordon to the Royals. And then we hit a Connor Griffin auto and a Paul Skeens to 199. So Pirates did really well in box number 1. Sandberg on the red checkerboard to 99. Harry Smith auto. Chase Meadrith. Kobe Mayo. Reggie Jackson to the A's on the checkerboard. 25 out of 99. Kyle Teal. And a fireworks of Waldschmidt to the D-backs. Red fireworks to 99, I believe. To 199, sorry. 60 of 199. Waldschmidt to the D-backs. Luis Angel. Acuna. They are. Yes, they are. I think that's only the second one. I think we got 2 of them in this case. J.C. Escara, rookie, and a Bobby Miller Pulsar to 499. 211 out of 499. Speaker to the Bo Sox. Tris Speaker. Roman Anthony. Base, base, base. Base, 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 base. Red, Christian Scott to the Mets. Oh, we look at it. We just got another one. Holy cow. 2 boxes, 2 cherry blossoms. Scott to 299. 292 out of 299. Made me do a double take. Kayleen Culpepper to 20. 2 out of 20. Nice hit to the Twins. And Miggy, there you go, Miggy. Greggy T got the Royals. Miggy got the Twinkies. Jim Thome to the Guardians. Dalton Rushing, rookie. Boom, boom. Thomas White to the Fish out of 149. Whipple to 149. 19 out of 149. Yeah, I mean, I would think so. There's probably some relation. I don't know if it's his son or his cousin or nephew or. But yeah, you're right. I don't know of a lot of Culpeppers out there. So Dollander to the Rockies. I would definitely lean to the yes at some sort of relation to Dante. Saberhagen. Brett Saberhagen to 499. And Colt Keith to the Tigers. We'll take that. I like that. Nice hit, Crayley. Colt Keith base auto. Connor Griffin. Prismatic to the Pirates. Well, I just tracked my Bowman Chrome that's supposed to be in today, and it shows that it was just picked up today from Indiana. So, guessing that's going to be a tomorrow delivery now instead of today, which is fan freaking tastic. To 199 to the Dodgers. There's Pee Wee. Tony Oliva. Bazana. Talisman. Bazana Nana. Brady Ebel. Brady Ebel is auto number 2. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that is a college kid. He is his son, and that's awfully cool that he's in Minnesota. Yeah, because that's where Dante went too. That's right. Dante played for the Vikes. To 299, Scary Barry Larkin. Go Red Legs. Cash Mayfield to the Podfathers. And Leo to the Podfathers. Yeah, that's I've seen a lot of posts about Bowman today. A lot and yesterday. Seen a lot of that Joe Swar Gonzalez guy. Seen a lot of him. I've seen a lot of McGonigal for the Tigers, which that dude's a stud. If you don't know Kevin McGonigal, dude's a rock star. He's probably going to beat Max to the majors, I think, or they'll come at the same time. But he's right there with Max. Loma Vida, really big Kevin McGonigal fan. To 149. Yep, it'll be, like I said, I may try to pre fill some stuff tomorrow or today for tomorrow just because everybody else is. So I may try it. We'll see. Throw some stuff up. Maybe do like a half case break or something. We'll see. Dylan Cruz to the Nats. I'd like to do something like that, but Maury. I don't know who Maury is. I've not heard of that one. Not heard of Maury. Edwin Encarnacion to the Jays on the Pulsar to 499. All these first will sell really well. They always do. They always do around release day. And then people will start forming their own opinions after some of them sell for a lot of money or whatever. Pick your team. Probably do pick your team format. I like pick your team format, but we'll see because I don't know how many actual prospects there are. So I don't want to get in a situation where nobody's taking half the teams because there's no prospects for them. So I'm gonna do my research and figure out what other people are breaking them at, and then kind of go from there. Tink. So I may do like a pick your team +2 format to where I've only got to sell 10 teams if there's not a ton of prospects in it that are highly sought after. Then maybe I'll do a pick your team +2 format. It'll be more expensive, but at least you know you're getting the team that you want. So, Keyshaw to the Twinkies on the silver rookie. Made to the Brew Crew. Yeah, if I do end up doing a pre-fill, Z Rhino, I'll make sure I post it in the group that I'm gonna post the pre-fill and tell everybody what time. So that way everybody has the same chance to get the teams they want. So team or teams to 499. Malcolm Moore to the Rangers. Auto number 3 is Frank Mazzucato. Mazzucato to the Kansas City Royals. And Greggy T. Frank Mazzucato. Is he the next Mizrowski? Only time will tell. Ethan Holiday dingers. That's going to the Royals. and Keyshaw rookie. All right, last pack of box number 2, and we are officially halfway home. Brown paper Bagwell to 199, Piazza silver, and Cam Smith. Prismatic. Piazza and Bagwell to 199. 31 out of 199. All right. These cards up out of here. Boom. Boom. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't want to open a whole nother case of top loaders because I just finished the last case. So let's see if I can make these last 100 top loaders last these last 2 boxes. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't think there's more than 50 numbered cards in each box, but maybe there is. We'll see. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Box number 3. Box 3 out of 4. Austin Wells, Pulsar to 499. Yankees and Miggy. 162 out of 499. Brock Wilken, Red Wave. Looks like a tie-dye prismatic of Connor Griffin to 25. Nope, to 99. Nice hit, though. Couple nice Connor Griffins. 2 year after. Attaboy, Welshie. 56 out of 99. Nice Connor. Set him up here with the Connor auto. That there. Rhett Lauder. Good start. Take Connor to 99 all day. We absolutely will. Pedro to 299. Paulie Canerco and Jim Thome. Jace Young, rookie. Paulie Canerco to the Dodgers. Sounds wrong. Paul Canerco should be a White Sox for life. I know that the Dodgers drafted him. I know that. All right, we got an orange wave. Purple of Ryan Johnson to the Angels and Georgie to 149. Rhett Lauder to 49. Rhett Lauder 49 to the Reds. And Welshie. There you go, Welshie. 12 out of 49. 12 out of 49. 121 to 149 for Ryan Johnson. Dollander. Fireworks. Nick Kurtz, rookie. Petrie to the Rays. Emilian Petrie to 499. 89 of 499. Jace Young, rookie, silver to the Tigers. And Connor Griffin, not to 99. All right, we're getting there, boys. Miggy Tejada and Cliff Lee. Wow, have not heard that name in a minute. Actually, I lied. I heard that name the other day, and that was the first time I heard it in a minute. So this is the second time I've heard it in 2 minutes. 42 out of 99 for Cliff Lee. To the Rangers. And Reichert. There you go, Reichert. Bazana. Buzzana Nana. Nana Nana Nana. Miggy Tejada to 199. Theo Gillen to 499 to the Rays. 227 out of 499 for Theo. Drew Beam silver. And a Tibbs to the Giants on the dinger. He just got traded too. I don't remember where he got traded to, but I did see that Tibbs got traded at the deadline. Kim rookie to the Dodgers. Jack Leiter, how about that? 2 Ranger autos out of this pack or out of this box. Cliff Lee and Jack Leiter, 2 pitcher autos. Cliff Lee, Jack Leiter, both to the Rangers. Washington. Shinosuke Ogasawara to 149. Never heard of the dude. If you couldn't tell by me not being able to pronounce that name. Crush Davis Red Wave. And another Dylan Cruz Dingers. Ogasawara. I don't know how to say it, dude. Man, give me some gold, baby. I want to see some gold. Arjun Namala to 499. We'll take that. To the Jays. And Miggy. 471 out of 499. Dylan Dreeling. Dingers of Ethan Holiday again. Johan. Ooh, look at this. We got a gold vinyl. There's another one of one. That's the second one of one of this case right there. Gold vinyl, one of one coming up. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Saving it. Cam Smith, Zach Veen, and Matthews. We hit a Charlie Condon gold vinyl Prismatrix auto out of the very first box that we opened from this case. It was an auto Prismatrix, not prismatic. It was Prismatrix. Gold vinyl, one of one auto. That was sick. Piazza, checkerboard to 99. It's marinating all right. That sucker is marinating. Yep, that was a big card. That's probably a top 10 card in the entire product. Tiedemann, and we hit it out of the very first box we opened of this product. Then we hit a Nick Kurtz auto to 49. Then we hit a Aaron Judge Color Blast. First 3 boxes, that's what we got out of the first 3 boxes. Aaron Judge Color Blast, Charlie Condon Prismatrix auto, and a Nick Kurtz to 49. So needless to say, we're off to a good start. First auto, sold it for $7,700. Wow. I don't know about that. That's pretty impressive. $7,700 card. All right, here we go. On the back side of Carson Bench to 199. That's not a pitcher. It is Tommy Troy. Holy cow, that's 2 autos. Tommy Troy, gold vinyl, 1 of 1, sensational Sigs auto to the D-backs. That is sick, boys. Absolutely sick. D-backs were $10 in this break. $10 for Miggy. There you go, Miggy. That is how you bang out right there. Binge to the Mets out of 199. His stuff's actually selling, or was selling really well. I don't know if it still is, but he went through a good stretch where his stuff was moving really well. All right, last box. Dude, this case has just been so stupid. This whole case from top to bottom. Like, at worst, we've had an average box. At worst. Like, I don't remember one box that we opened that I was just like, that box wasn't worth $150. Not saying that you're getting $150 worth of value, but at least the box was entertaining. Like, there was a lot of good cards, a lot of numbered cards, a lot of good numbered players, I guess. There's not been one box so far that I could say that I can remember. There's Tibbs. Prospect signature to the Giants of Tibbs. Take that. Yeah, Tibbs and Connor Griffin. Bronson Arroyo. I thought Pulsar to 499. To the Bo Sox. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I still think, I mean, they're still going to produce cards. So there's hope. They're still going to produce cards, but yeah, they definitely went balls to the wall for sure. Which, like you said, why not? Go out with a bang, make people hate Topps even more. The best thing Panini can do is say, "I wish Topps never," or the best thing that Panini can hope for is say that I wish Panini would never have lost their license. You want all the Panini people want everyone to hate Topps, and Topps wants everyone to hate Panini. It's just the way of the world. To 299, Cole Young. Yeah, I hope so because that's all I'm gonna get. I mean, nobody's getting Fanatic out of 25. And the good news is Panini signed Patty Mahomes, so I mean they've got some guys that are on their side to help them through this chaotic time, and they're going to keep signing people because at the end of the day, with as much money that as Panini or as Fanatics has put out, they're not going to be able to continue to keep giving all these guys all these lucrative card deals. So at some point, Panini's still going to have all this money, and they're going to start throwing some of that money at these players and signing all these players. So that's the thing that people are forgetting about that all these players right now are all under contracts with Fanatics, but those contracts are going to run out. And Fanatics isn't going to have all the money in the world forever. So that's where Panini is going to be able to start buying some of these player rights. And then they can, again, it'll just be a glorified Leaf product for a while. But we'll see. We'll see when the contract comes up, but the contract normally is a 4-year contract. I think Fanatics signed MLB and NFL for 10 years instead of 4, so that sucks. So it's going to be a while, but I can definitely see a scenario where um, Panini starts buying more and more of these individual player contracts and making it hard on Fanatics. Eddie Collins to the White Sox out of 199. Eddie Collins to 199. 90 of 199. How about this? Aiden Smith to the Rays to 99. There you go, Terry. Atta baby Terry. Aiden to 99. Christian Campbell. Understand that. How do you think licensing affects price points for generally? Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a lot of that stuff anymore, Z Rhino. I think they're going to dumb it down a lot. I don't think Panini is going to release near as many products until they start signing a lot more of these major big time guys. I don't think you're going to see a ton of products come out. Like, I think it's going to be more like a Leaf release, like where maybe it's a product a month. I think if they can set their sights on 10 to 12 products a year, I think that's perfect for them until they can start spending some of that money. They'll start spending some of that money to sign some of these big players. They can start signing some big basketball players, some big baseball players, and then they can start producing more products. But as it sits right now, they could probably release a dozen NFL products just because they got Patty Mahomes. And they got a couple other guys too. It's not just Patty Mahomes, but I think they got Josh Allen too. So, um, yeah, I think that 10 to 12 products a year is the sweet spot for them for now until they start signing a bunch of these big guys. So, yeah, that's what I think. Again, I don't know. I've not heard anything. I've not read anything. That's like my initial marketing brain. That's what I think. So, because that's what I think, I'm probably way the hell off. But I think it makes sense. It makes sense in my brain how it would work that way. But I don't know. We'll see. We will see. That's all I can say. Tommy White mojo. How about that? Two mojos out of here. 23 out of 25 to the A's in Welsh. Tommy White. It makes sense in old Zelo's brain. That's for sure. I don't know how well that translates to the real world. Tink to 299. Tink to 299. 69 out of 299. Timmy Hudson. Yeah, I just don't think Panini is going too far. They're not going to go down without a fight. They're not going to, especially with as many times as they've already tried to sue Fanatics and they have sued Fanatics. And I just don't see Panini going away quietly. I think they're going to try to make Fanatics' lives miserable for as long as they possibly can. Mainly because Fanatics stole like 90% of the Panini employees. So I think Panini's probably just like, all right, they're just waiting to stick it up their rears, and I can see it. 436 out of 499. The switch pitcher, Gerangelo, Tiedemann, and Ethan Salas. Yeah, there's just a lot of bad blood between Panini and Fanatics that I don't think is going to go anywhere anytime soon. Zach Mean, rookie. And Panini did sign golf. So they did sign, they got Live Golf, they got NASCAR. So yeah, I mean, they'll still have those two. They'll still have golf and NASCAR, Panini will, as licensed products. Brody Beck, and I'm sure they'll pick up something else to 199. And the crazy thing is, what if, now this is something that I just thought of, and I wish there was hundreds of people on here to listen to this because this is something that I've thought about, but I've never said it. And I'm going to say it because why not? What if Panini goes after Pokemon or One Piece. Like, what if they try to what if they try to take over some of the gaming? Dude, that could be huge. That could be absolutely huge. And I've thought about that, but I never really thought that hard about it. But now, if they have all that money, what if they try taking over Pokemon and One Piece and some of the gaming stuff? Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Scope to the Nats of Vladdy Sr. to 75. 60 of 75. Compensate for, yeah, that, I mean, because the thing is, like right now, I don't know that Bandai can produce the amount of cards that gaming needs, which is why they're creating their own supply and demand issues because Bandai just can't release that much product. Chase Medrith, I don't think. Maybe they can and they're just not doing it. But I don't think so because they're releasing everything in waves now, which tells me that they're just constantly making more and more and more and they can't keep up with it. Well, you know Panini has the presses to mass produce everything. Like boom, boom, boom. Put it on the press and you got 5 billion cards made in 3 seconds. So I don't know. I mean it's definitely something to think about for sure. It's something to think about. I don't know if it's even feasible. Contractually, I don't know if it's feasible, but if it is, that'd be interesting. Jared Thomas to the Rockies out of 499. 110 out of 499. Zebby to the Twinkies. And a Seaver King prismatic to the Nats. Yay, now I get to do a bunch of sorting. Jace Young rookie, and that, my friends, is where it ends. Boom. Shaboingen. There we go. Yeah, that would be, and it would be so awesome if I look back here in a year and I could find this video and be like, hey, guys, I called that. That would be interesting for sure. Would be, twould be. But, all right, y'all. That'll do it for me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all so, so much. We'll do a quick little recap here. To 99, Sheffield, Reggie, and Ryan Sandberg. Cherry Blossoms, Kayleen Culpepper, and Alex Gordon to 20. The big dog right there. Tommy Troy, Sensational Signatures Gold Vinyl 101 to the D-backs and Miggy. Nice hit, Miggy. We did it at Skeens to 199, Justin Upton 149, and Al Kaline 299. James Tibbs Prospect Signatures and a Connor Griffin Prospect Signatures and a Connor Griffin to 99. Prismatic. Mojo of Roberto Clemente to 25. I hope so. I hope I did. So appreciate y'all.